beginning of the month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, Virgo, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Let's take these. Okay, the energy that I'm looking for is what you are thinking and feeling for the beginning of July. Okay. Three of Pentacles, very nice. Okay. Let's clarify on that, see what's going on. Find the Three of Pentacles for me, please. Fulfillment of wishes, very nice. Wow, okay. Okay, Virgo, looks wonderful. Okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles over here. Feel like you're getting some great collaboration going on. Success, hard work, maybe getting noticed. Maybe you have some growth somewhere. Could be growth within, let's use these cards. Growth within a relationship, growth within yourself, and a job. Let's clarify on this. Going straight to the present. See what's going on there. Right at this time. You're in the waiting game. In the near past, you were in material, spiritual prosperity. Ooh. And in the near future, you do have the new beginnings coming up. Very nice. Okay. So getting to this spiritual, material, spiritual prosperity. In the near past, let's see what's going on there. It will tell us how you got to the Three of Pentacles and the fulfillment of wishes. Why you're thinking that, feeling that, and in that energy. Okay. Because of the Nine of Wands. So you had the material, spiritual prosperity. Okay, but you felt like you were a little unstructured and a little maybe unsteady. Maybe you were even feeling like a failure at something. Okay, so you were taking on the material, spiritual prosperity. It almost feels like you got motivated with the Two of Swords over here. It's like I'm failing at something. I'm having some unsteadiness. Maybe it's within a relationship or within a job. I don't feel like my feet are planted. I have, you know, very, very unsteady footing over here. And that Two of Swords comes in and just really makes you start realizing and thinking. Okay, using your intuition. Maybe you started meditating. But it's giving you the self-assurance and making you understand that there are other things that you can do. It doesn't have to be this way. And this is where I believe you get this material, spiritual prosperity, is by using this intuition. Having the understanding that you do have another path that you can take. It's like I could take this sword or I could take that sword. If I continue to take the way that I'm going, I am going to keep continuing to have the unsteady footing, feeling like a failure, feeling like I'm not getting the things done that I admire. And it's just, you know, maybe you were even expecting too much and that's how you felt like a failure when it didn't happen the way you thought it was going to happen. It made you feel like you were unsteady. So you had to find that determination within the Two of Swords to get yourself back to a place where you felt more comfortable. Just using that intuition, saying there's better things out there for me. Or better people, however it is. Going straight into your hermit mode to have the realization. Very nice. So yeah, Spirit is saying, yeah, okay, look, this is what you did, you know. You were using your intuition because you went into hermit mode. You got straight in there to go reflect, to know exactly what you need to do. It's like you left the world behind when you were in hermit mode to go figure out what you needed to do for yourself. You're like, this is not working for me. I need to find myself. I need to find where I need to be. With this spiritual prosperity, a lot of you may have been doing a lot of prayer, finding the enlightenment. But however it is, it's kind of like you go into that hermit mode. You're going into isolation mode so that you can figure things out. For a lot of you, maybe, like I said, you were embarking on a spiritual journey. Just spend some time trying to understand what's going on. The place of silence for you is the place you can learn. That quiet place. Going inside, looking for the answers that you need to make everything better for you. Figure things out. Knight of Cups upside down, yeah. Definitely. Oh, absolutely. Because what was going on was, if you didn't go inside to do some healing or to do some prayer work, wish upon that star, do the things you need to do, your Knight of Cups are upside down. You didn't expect nothing. I'm not expecting anything, because I know that if I continue to stay on this road, nothing is coming my way. So I have to become a little more forceful about what I want. And if I really want something that I really, really admire, or somebody that I really, really admire, I need to be a little more dominating. I need to dominate my life a little bit better. I need to put myself on better paths. I need to look for better goals for myself. Because, and within love, you're totally lovable, so you need to get in there and figure out how to push away all the things that are no longer suiting you. Things that make you feel like things go wrong. Why is it when I do this, it goes wrong? What am I doing to make things go wrong? I am an honorable, respectable person. I deserve to be loved just like anybody else. Was it that you were finding that maybe you were too forceful within a relationship? Maybe you were a little too controlling. And so you're going inside and saying, maybe, to dominate this is not to really dominate this, right? I can be forceful, but not be forceful like that, right? So you're trying to figure out ways that you can do different things. Maybe at work you were the boss, right? And you were too forceful. And you're like, okay, now nobody likes me because, they think I'm too the general, and they're like, listen here, general, this is an army camp. And you're like, well, I like my things to be this way, that way, this way. Because, that's just the way you wanted things to go. But the problem was you trying to make things move smoothly as the Knight of Cups ended up for some reason always becoming rocky. So now you're going inside and saying, well, how do I do this by doing it this way so that I can still have the outcome that I'm looking for? You're trying to look at it from what I believe with the star over here is you're looking at it from a different perspective. You're trying to get a new direction on this. You're trying to get better clarity on this, to have brighter ideas that say, okay, well, if I do it this way, the outcomes could be better. So yeah, trying to take back, trying to keep the force, but not being over forceful, right? So you see, like I said, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the collaboration. You know how to work well with others. But I think that really going inside with that, and using that clarity of the star, you have three beautiful cards here of going inside for retrospective, using your intuition, getting deep within yourself and having clarity. The difference is that, yes, they're almost all like the same card, but they're all different. This is saying, yes, I'm using my intuition to get to one path, to try to figure out, which path I should take. This one's over here like, okay, I got to get real deep inside myself. And then over here is like, oh, having the mental clarity of saying, oh, this is okay, I get it. So it's like once you were in hermit mode, this star is like showing you what you got out of the hermit mode, right? You coming out of that hermit mode going, oh, this is what's going on. So now with the Three of Pentacles, you're going, okay, we can collaborate a little bit better. We're going to have this really hard work. I've put hard work into myself and having the understanding and the clarity of how to do this. And it's really going to pay off. And it does pay off because you have the fulfillment of wishes. And you're saying, okay, I get it now. You know, if I do this and do that, yeah, we can collaborate so much better together. You know, this new found clarity, whether it's spiritual awakening or however you want to see it, you guys, it's going to be different for everybody, but however you see it is giving you a better faith, a better clarity, and understanding the abilities that will make you have this attitude of, I'm not going to fail at this anymore. I'm going to win. Because now, instead of me just having to be the boss all the time, we can actually collaborate and work together, you know, and maybe spread ideas together instead of it always just being my idea. Because, you know, if, like I said, if it's the work zone, you're the boss or you're the person in charge or however it is, it's always your job. And maybe it was because they never came up with nothing. And so you always felt like, well, it's always me coming up with something. And then you come it up and they're like, wow, you're always in control, right? Because I mean, that's a lot of times that's what it is. It's like, well, nobody else was coming up with any ideas. And it could be like that in a partnership too. It's like, I ask you where you wanted to go for dinner. And it's always whatever food you like, right? And then you're like, you give them that food and they're like, I didn't want that. You know, and then you know how it goes. You know how it goes from there, right? And it just feels like you're always, God, I try and I try and I try. And then I give the ideas and I do the things, and then nobody wants to come up with the ideas. They don't want to do any things, and then they think that I am, you know, bossy, or I'm this, or I'm too forceful, or I'm the army guy. And yeah, but now it's not like that. Now you're like, aha, yeah, this time you're not going to tell me you know, whatever food you like. I'm going to tell you right now. You want Chinese or Italian, you know, or just come to the idea, you guys. Just say, you know what, if you're with women, just say, you know what, I think Italian sounds really nice tonight. And then most women will be like, oh yeah, and be like, what would you like from the Italian? You know, you want, you know, enchiladas, or, you know, and then it'll give them a chance to pick, right? Some women don't like too many options because, you know, either some women don't like to eat, or they love to eat and then they can't make up their mind. If it's me, I like to eat, so it's like, oh, Italian? Ooh, I don't know. Hamburgers sound really good too. Wow, I don't know. Hold on. Hey, can we have both? Can we have Italian hamburgers? So, yeah. But however it is, it's just, you know, I'm sure that's just some lame, you know, explanation I'm giving here, idea here that I'm giving, but it's just, the point is that's kind of how what's going on. Okay, so in the waiting game over here, it's like, okay, I'm waiting because I've given you this collaboration. I'm waiting for you to come back to me and say, okay, good, we're cooperating together. And if it's love, then you're waiting for you to come together as Two of Cups. You're waiting. You're waiting for them to say, okay. You're waiting for that Two of Cups. You're waiting for them to come back to collaborate with you, because you know you're already collaborating with them. You know you're already coming together, but now you're waiting for the ultimate together with the Two of Cups. It's like, we're on the same page. Okay, we're collaborating well. Can you tell me we're on the same page, please, with the Two of Cups? Can you come towards me now? Okay, because that's just that complete understanding. The 100% cooperation. We're working well together. We're collaborating very well. We're sharing ideas very well. Can you now come to me and tell me that you have the understanding that we are communicating properly? Can you tell me that we are on the same ground? That our levels are the same? I'm not standing on a hill anymore and you're down below me? Please? You know, could we be clear about this? That I'm now standing at your level. I'm standing at your level. I am not standing on the hill behind you anymore. So yeah, you're just now just waiting for them to come to tell you these things. So that way you can have more options. We have so many more options and opportunities now that we collaborate together. Once we have the grounding that we need, we can make so many things happen. The opportunities are just going to be flowing now because now we're on the same page. Ace of Cups, there it is. Fulfillment of wishes. So right now they're telling you, but you're just waiting. Are you still waiting in the present right now for them to notice that you're on the same level ground as them? You know, are you still waiting for this to happen? Right? In a couple of days. But yes, your opportunities for fulfillment of wishes is now at your fingertips because you are on the same page. You can feel like you're nurturing each other's ideas, nurturing each other in so many ways. And if it's a job, you can nurture this job. You can feel like you're more comfortable at work. You can feel more gratified at work, feeling like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And like I said, if you're the boss at work, you can feel like your coworkers and, you know, and people underneath you or next to you, however it is, can see you in a different light and say, yeah, we're really communicating well. And you guys could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn as yourself, or you could be dealing with, oh my gosh, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, lots of water and air. So for a lot of you, you could be dealing with a lot of water or air. It doesn't have to be. It's just the ones that are really popping up. But they're watching you and observing you. They see the change in you. They see the change in you. They're saying, look at you now, Virgo. I can see the change in you. Whether it's this partner, this love, these coworkers, this family member, whoever or whatever it is, they see the change in you with the Page of Swords. And they feel that they can communicate with you so much better. The communication, like you have communication skills now, Virgo, to where we can work together. And the Temperance. So yeah, they can see you now. They see you differently. They see you in a different light. They see you as this Temperance over here. They can tell that you have had so many new things happening within yourself. They can even see the creative side within you now. They can come up to you and say things to you that they feel that maybe they hadn't been able to do before. And if, you know, they weren't mindful about your feelings before, they are mindful of your feelings now, and vice versa. If you weren't as mindful towards their feelings and you were like at work because you're the boss and you're like, I don't really care, okay, that you were sick, just do your work, okay, things happen. They feel that you are more mindful towards the way they feel, the way they think. There's no restraint. There's no excessive behavior, okay? For some of them, they might even volunteer a little more time, right? And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. You just volunteer time? Extra time at work or extra time with me? If it's a lover, they're like, hey, yeah, I'm going to volunteer my extra time. I took a day off just to hang out with you. But there is so much more on the horizon now, and you can see this. You can see it because you've changed. You can see how everything is flowing differently. With the new beginnings over here, and you do it with the Three of Wands, you really can see the new beginnings that are coming towards you in the near future. You have the realizations. You're like, I planted all these seeds. I made my bed. I see now. I can see now. I have the realizations for the Ace of Swords. New beginnings, using different techniques with people is the way to be. Because not everybody answers the way, you know, when I say something, it doesn't, you know, the response isn't always not what I expect it to be. Or, you know, take it how it resonates. And it's just the focus that you have is so much better because now you can focus on these pinnacles. You can focus on this love in a different light with the new beginnings. You're like, I'm walking out of this old way and I'm walking straight into this new way of looking at things. Because I understand what I did wrong in the past. I understand why this never was working for me. And now things seem to be working for me now that I've had the clarity. And it gives you this rewarding feeling. How rewarding is that? It's so rewarding for you. Okay, it's very rewarding. It makes your cash flow swing. It makes, it's very rewarding. And it's also allowing you to focus on yourself in a different light with the Ace of Swords. Knowing that you made a better life for yourself and also for your loved ones and the people around you. And it's just so much better. You don't have to have the frustrations and feel, like, oh man, I'm always making a mistake, or this never works. Self-doubt and all that stuff goes away, right? Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Okay, Virgo. So now you just feel like the Nine of Pentacles. You're very achieved. You have the things that you need. You feel the achievements all around you. You feel the indulgence. You feel refined. You feel great. You even have, you're having a great time. You might even be, because the cash flow is coming in a lot more. Maybe now you can take your partner on a vacation, right? You guys can go indulge. And just, more than anything with the Nine of Pentacles, you're just enjoying life so much better and you feel so much stronger. And not only that, you have so many more possibilities in life that you can go after. Just knowing that this is what you're doing. You're like, wow, and all my pentacles turned into grapes. Very beautiful. Okay, so let's get an angel card and see what the angels say for Virgo. I would call this, if this was love, this would be just really understanding and having the cooperation and learning to cooperate with your love. And if it's work, it's the same, just with work, And I do see it too, a lot of people didn't want to make a stance. They didn't want to say things. And so, it always made you feel like you had to come out to say something because of communicating clearly. Thank you. You have learned to communicate clearly. And yes, and I do believe this, somebody over here didn't know really how, but you took the initiative to do it by using your intuition. So continue to listen to your intuition. Continue to communicate clearly. Keep also communicating, I'm hearing, on staying at the level ground as much as possible, especially at work. That would be that level playing field. With your partner, always, stay at level ground. But at work, try to stay at level ground with your coworkers, especially if you're a boss. I know you're always going to be on top of the hill no matter what, because that's your job. But if you kind of stay at the level playing field with them, like the coaches do, you see what happens. You see what happens. They respond a little better. So, and it's going to bring you so many opportunities. So many opportunities. Okay? And I'll get some angel romance cards for you, those who this is love. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wedding. This situation involves a marriage, and I just know it. Either you're already married and you're dealing with your partner now, with your spouse now, or there is, maybe that's what this Nine of Pentacles is. Maybe that's all this over here, right? Traveling to do so. Wow. Okay, so for some of you, I hear you're already married and you're trying to keep yourself on a level playing field, which doesn't surprise me, because that whatever pleases you thing. I'm married, so I've done that with my husband many, many times. That's that Coming to America movie. He loves that, and he loves it when I say that. Whatever foods you like. Okay, so. But yes, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your unusual type and expectations. For others of you, you could be getting married in the near future. For others of you, this is just a reconciliation. It's just because, and that's, yeah, that was because you guys had a little tiff. Okay, and let's just make the effort to, to have the reconciliation. Okay, and just make the effort all together. to continue to, communicate clearly. Okay? Very beautiful reading, Virgo. And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.